Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. Today's episode, I'm going to teach how to play Carcassonne. To set up for Carcassonne, put the scoreboard where everyone can reach. Give each player the 8 meeples of the color of their choice. Take one of each and put it on the 0 on the scoreboard. Put the starting tile in the center of the play area. The starting tile will be darker than the rest, which will be shuffled and put to the side where everyone can reach. On your turn, it will consist of 3 things: drawing a tile, placing a tile, and then placing one of your meeples if you choose. On your turn, first you're going to draw. Next you're going to place the tile. When you place a tile, it must match something already on the board. So in this case, the road. Once it is placed, the player will choose whether to place his meeple on a feature or not. In this case, the only feature that I can choose is the road. And players will go back and forth placing tiles and claiming features. So in this case, black may claim the city. I will say that when placing a tile, if they would like to, they can place it on a connecting tile. For example, if black wanted to, he cannot claim this road though, because it will already be occupied by another player. As I mentioned, when claiming a feature like a road, you cannot claim a feature that has already been taken by an opponent per se. However, if, for example, a player was to do something like this and claim this road, and then on a later turn played this and then joined the road, in which case both players will have claimed the road. If they both have the same amount of meeples claiming the road, then both players will score the completed feature. If one of the players per se has majority, let's say this road got played, then this road got played, claimed, and then joined again. If this ended up happening, then black player would have the majority and score the feature. The blue player will get nothing. Anyway, moving on. If he wanted to, he can finish the city, claim the city, then score the city. The way cities are scored is that there will be worth 2 points per tile that contain that city. However, some city tiles will have this shield. This shield indicates that it is worth double points. So if this city was to be completed like so, this city would be 2, 4, 8 points, because this one tile is worth 4 points because it has a shield. Now, once the city is completed, it will be scored. A road can end in a town like so. If that is the case, this road would be completed. And roads are scored much like the cities, except they're only worth 1 point per tile. So this road consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. It's only worth 4 points. Last but not least, there are monasteries. The way monasteries are scored is once the monastery has been completely surrounded, it will be scored 9 points, for 1 point for every tile surrounding it plus itself, which would give it 9 points. The game will go on like this until all the tiles have been used. Once all the tiles have been played, the game will end and any incomplete structures or features will be scored. Incomplete features will be scored 1 point for everything that consists of it. For example, if I had this road, this is an incomplete road that only consists of 2 tiles, 1 point each, so I would get 2 points. An incomplete monastery would get, in this case, 8 points as it is missing a tile. And incomplete cities, like this one, would only be worth 2 points, 1 point per tile that is in the city. Once you score all incomplete features, the game will end, and whoever has the most points wins the game. Now I'd like to introduce some variants that people may like to play with. In the case of this, there is a variant called the farmer. When you place a farmer, you would lay it down in any field, and it would score 3 points at the end of the game for every completed city that is next to that field. However, unlike cities, when completed you get your meeple back, farmers will not be returned and they will stay on the board for the entirety of the game. So be very careful when you place a farmer if you play with this variant. Or in my case, my copy of Carcassonne, it comes with the river and the abbot as mini expansions. I'll explain first the abbot. In the abbot, you'll get these special little pawns, which are the abbots, and they're special because the way that they work is when you place down a monastery or a garden, you may place the abbot instead of a meeple, and the gardens score exactly like the monasteries, but can only be claimed by the abbot. What's special about the abbot is at any point during the game, you can forfeit the placing of your meeple and reclaim your abbot, scoring any points that that feature is worth at that time. So for example, pulling this abbot off of this garden, it would only net me 3 points as the tile itself, and it is surrounded by only 2 other tiles. And then once I return the abbot to my supply, I can play it again on a future turn on a monastery or garden. And that's how the abbots work. Moving on to the river expansion. The way the river expansion works is instead of this starting tile, you remove this from the game and you'll instead play with this stack of starting tiles. And the way that works is you take out the lake and the source, shuffle everything else, put the lake at the bottom of the deck, and using the source as the starting tile, you will then place the river as you see fit, taking turns, and when features come up, you may claim them. So for example, I may claim this city or road, and then they may claim this city if they would like. And they will keep going until they finish with the lake, in which case they will then begin placing the regular tiles. And that is how the river works. Anyway, that's how you play Carcassonne with the river, the abbot expansion, and with the farmer variant. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.